If you drop sand into water, it will do this satisfying bounce. But did you know this also works in real life? Today, we're testing the most satisfying Minecraft experiments in real life. And to start, breaking a tower of scaffolding is extremely satisfying. So, we're gonna do it in real life.
But that's not how scaffolding works in real life.
But it is how dominoes work.
Oh.
Just like breaking the bottom scaffolding in Minecraft causes everything to come crumbling down, it's the same for dominoes. It's the same for dominoes. How is it so sturdy? It's the same for dominoes. And that isn't even the most satisfying thing we're doing in this video. We're gonna recreate the Frostwalker enchantment in real life. Use a chainsaw to slice through slime and so much more. Watching skulk spread rapidly across the biome is pretty satisfying. But what happens when we unleash this substance in real life?
So you're telling me that disgusting black oil is a virus?
Yeah, and whatever you do, don't touch it or else this will happen.
Whoa, why is it going up your arm? That's disgusting, this is horrible, ew, it looks like venom. I don't want to get infected with whatever that is.
The infection of Skulk is with me, and now it's coming to you, Chin. It's coming to you.
It's just magnets, bro, see? Is it safe for me to come back? So you promise that that's not a virus and it's not going to kill me?
Stop! No, it's not. Look, bro. Literally like rainbow magnets out here. See? It's just a glove with rainbow magnets.
And what is that?
This is something called ferrofluid.
Ferrofluid, is it alive or from outer space?
Well, it's not quite from outer space, but it was actually made for outer space. And I've got a few more tubes of it just here. You see, in outer space, normal fuel doesn't quite work because instead of flowing normally, the liquids just start floating in zero gravity. It's all kind of weird stuff. So NASA came up with a solution, right? They created this type of fuel that can actually be controlled with the flow using magnets, which is exactly what I did here. I hid the magnets underneath the glove, and check out how cool this is, all right? If we bring it here, look at that. You can actually draw with the fluid because it follows the magnet around.
That is satisfying.
How cool is that? Look at this, ready? And then we bring it, woo! And you can draw it however you want. So you think it's satisfying? You want to have a play now?
No,
Here you go, you gotta stop. You've probably seen the classic satisfying falling sand trick in Minecraft. And while it isn't possible with real sand, you can do it with kinetic sand.
Why is that sand EY merch blue?
Well, obviously because it's the best merch, which you guys get at EYstream.store or down below. But it's not just regular old sand. Yes, there is regular old sand involved, and we're gonna make some, and then I'll show you why it is so satisfying, right? So we've got, everyday old sand. We're gonna chuck some of this here. I totally did not steal this from my neighbor's garden. This is sand, right? And when it comes down, boring, that is not a very satisfying fall. But we're gonna use a little bit more stuff. First, we're gonna get ourselves some corn flour, and this will make a little bit more sense in a second, but we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of corn flour here.
It looks
So
like you're
let's
baking.
chuck that in. Well, trust me, you're not. Well, that's unfortunate, but that's okay. I'll just have to buy more EY merch. And now we're gonna grab ourselves the detergent. Now this is really important because in a second we're gonna use some glue. But if you mix glue with detergent, it creates like semi-middle glue thing. And that way the stand won't stick together permanently. It's gonna be able to move around. All right, so now we got the glue. Would you like to do the honors chip? We're going
Yes,
to need,
please, I love glue.
We're gonna need 2 tablespoons of that.
This is not a lot of glue, it's coming out really slow.
And then we pour that in. All right, and we're gonna mix all of that right up and done. All right, it's nice and sticky together. I think it's time we drop the sand. Prepare to be satisfied. All right, look, it's literally gonna be a Minecraft cube. Here we go. And whoop.
Okay, that was all right, but it was just one color of sand dropping. That was a bit boring.
I refuse to be wrong. I'm gonna show you another reason it's so satisfying. Well, because it's not normal sand and it can stick to things, we can grab a little bit of food dye just here. All right, this is my worst nightmare. If this gets on the EY merch, it's all over. All right, and we're just gonna put 2 drops of food dye, all right? Like, I know that's a tiny bit, but if we mix this in, look at how green it's turning. And I've got 2 other colors that I prepared from before. Let's chuck in the red and yellow, all right? It's not coming in. It's so sticky.
I got it.
Oh, nice. And then we're gonna grab the blue, chuck that in as well, and just watch that.
This
look
is
at it.
sick.
It's literally a rainbow of colors.
Beautiful. It looks like a thermal camera. I'm so sorry for doubting you. This was actually really satisfying.
Okay, now it's becoming a grossish color. All right, cut the camera. We can all agree that collecting XP in Minecraft is extremely satisfying. But what's the closest thing to XP orbs in real life? Well, I have a theory, Chip. Tiny little magnets.
Magnets, that's so boring.
Okay, come on, man. Look, I know these can't quite circle around you, but imagine they were a little bigger. And imagine this even bigger magnet is your giant Minecraft booty.
Hey, my booty is nice and flat, okay? It's awesome.
Okay, usually when people want fit booties, but you know what? I'm not gonna question it. And we've got the slow-mo camera set up here to capture all of its goodness. Ready? Whoa! That was so cool!
It just satisfying. That is like XP. It even sounds like it too.
Yeah, it's like by combining 4 streams of water and chucking a ton of items in the middle, you can create an epic whirlpool in Minecraft.
But how are we going to find 4 streams of water in real life? There's one, the tap.
There's not a stream of water, Chip.
Number 2, EYstream.
What? That is the worst joke you've made, and now I'm all wet! You are officially banned. What? From using the tap.
What if I need to wash my hands?
Wash your hands with the toilet water.
That's disgusting.
The tap is banned from your access.
Fine.
All right, but you can use this water.
Oh, sick. What's this?
Okay, you see, this experiment that's satisfying, you only need 1 stream of water and 2 plastic bottles.
Plastic bottles. That's so boring. That's not
You have to stop
satisfying.
calling my experiments boring, all right? Check this out. Ready? So we're gonna put it over just like that. And how satisfying is that?
Is that water floating right now? Do you have some kind of magical powers? Are you God?
Yes, I am. No. This isn't even the satisfying bit. This is just because at the moment there's a bunch of air here in the bottom and the pressure is built up so much it's holding the water up. It's not magic. It's just plain old science. But you know what is satisfying? If you spin it.
Oh, can I spin it?
Yeah, go for it. You are about to break all of physics.
Yes!
Check it
Oh,
out!
that's awesome. It's like a whirlpool.
That is so cool!
Oh, wow. Why is it doing this?
Well, you see, it's now flowing because that whirlpool is actually the air. When you spin it, the air went up like a vortex and pushed the pressure up, pushing it back down.
Oh, that's awesome.
If you use the Frostwalker enchant on your armor stand, send them sliding, you'll create that super satisfying ice path.
There is no way you are pulling this off in real life. I refuse
You are
to
the
believe it.
doubter, Chip! I can do it, and all I need is a stove, a pot, and a slave.
What?
Just
Why
kidding.
am I
Just
the
kidding. I
slave?
just need a lab partner, right?
Okay, I'll be
First
a lab
up,
partner.
let's set up the flame, and then I want you to put your hand there.
No. Also, that's not cold. It's hot. It's fire.
So we're gonna put the pot on here, and we're going to need an entire liter of vinegar. Can you measure out our liter for us?
Oh.
All right, we're gonna boil up the vinegar. Now this is really important, guys, because vinegar is known as an acid. That's right. It's not a super strong acid, so it's not gonna burn you, but it is one of the lowest. Oh my gosh.
Ew.
Oh no, we definitely spilled stuff.
It
That was not
smells.
good.
That's gross.
All right, so we're gonna boil this acid, which is going to make it stronger, but it's gonna be a little bit different once we combine it with this bicarbonate soda or baking powder. Now this is a base, all right? And I want you to put 4 teaspoons in here. Now we're gonna be really careful. You're gonna put 1 teaspoon, and as you put it in, I'm gonna mix it in. We have to do this really, really carefully. If we don't get the mixing right, this entire reaction won't work. All right, ready?
This still
slowly,
isn't
slowly,
nice.
slowly, and slowly.
Sorry.
How cool is that? It's beginning to really stink.
This idea stinks.
Slowly, slowly. Why do you keep trashing on all of my things? But inside here is just, technically it's just salted water, but it's the salt that's going to crystallize and give us the Frostwalker.
So it's like the ocean.
No, not quite the ocean, all right? The ocean's not acidic.
Okay, so salty acid water.
You know, it's a good thing you became a YouTuber and not a scientist, Chip. And we're gonna keep stirring this until the bubbles go away, and after that, we're gonna leave it to cool for a bit.
Okay.
In Minecraft, you can kill an entire row of zombies with just one piercing arrow. So let's grab our bow and pretend these balloons are our zombie friends.
How are you going to get that through all 4 balloons, EY?
Well, obviously I enchanted my bow with piercing.
Have you ever shot a bow before?
No, but I have in Minecraft. It's the first time for everything.
Not the same
Here goes
thing.
nothing.
No.
All right, charge up. That was so cool, man. And now that our mixture has finally cooled down, we have some perfectly normal looking water. That is, of course, until I put my finger inside. Check this
What's
out.
happening? No way you're doing this
It's
in real
literally
life.
forming crystals around my finger.
No. How did you do that?
Well, obviously I had Frostwalker enchanted on my fingers. Check it out, instant ice, bro.
Oh.
When you head out to a snowy biome, place down some water, we all know the satisfying feeling as it melts through the snow. Now, while the snow in real life doesn't quite work like that, surprisingly, fairy floss does. Wait, Chip, do you know where we put the fairy floss?
No.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Oh, wait, you have it right here.
Oh yeah, I found it.
Why does it look like someone's been eating it? I don't know.
It tastes good. It passed the taste test.
Taste? You're eating the experiment!
No.
All right, so we've got ourselves the beautiful fairy floss. We've got some classic old water, and watch this. Ready? It will melt straight through the fairy floss.
Whoa!
It's just straight up dissolving. Look at that.
It's dissolving quicker than you can even put it
Look at
in.
that. Yeah, I literally can't even shove it in any faster.
Oh, that's awesome.
Look at it. Oh my gosh, it just disappeared in my hands.
I bet that water tastes so good right now.
Using a trident together with the loyalty enchantment, you can fill your inventory, spam the trident out, and create a satisfying spin. Funnily enough, you can do the same thing with batteries.
What? Bro, I'm not in high school. I know how batteries work.
But do you though? What? I reckon you haven't seen this trick involving just a little bit of copper wire.
What are you gonna do with that?
Okay, bro, it's electrical wire and there's currently no electricity flowing through. You're not gonna get electrocuted. I need you to cut me out like, I don't know, maybe this much copper wire.
Okay.
So here's how this is gonna work, guys. Basically, batteries, they have a positive side and a negative side. Look, guys, I'm still not a science expert, but I think having the giant magnet we've got here on the bottom is going to have, upgrade the negative side of the battery. And so we're gonna create a mini electrical current from the top to the bottom using this wire. Right where the battery is, right in the center, we want to bend that copper wire right across. Then we're gonna create a crease on the other side, and I'm creating basically a tiny little M shape. Oh man, this is so tricky. All right, we're gonna use the pliers here, guys, to get the perfect shape. And that M shape is going to connect to the top of our battery like so. So I'm gonna put that right there. We're going to make another crease where the magnet would theoretically be. Now imagine the battery is sticking on top of there, and then we're gonna put that on either side of our battery like that. Now what I want to do, I'm going to create a circle around the other side of the magnet and then do the same thing on the other side. All right, I reckon that's a pretty good circle if I say so myself. I'm going to chuck that on the sides.
This has to work.
Come on, come on.
Oh, that was a really good spin.
That was really good. It's so close. Come on.
Oh, wait, it keeps almost doing it.
It gets so close. Oh, yes!
Whoa.
Whoa.
It's spinning like a fan.
When the water got added into Minecraft, people got creative and turned the sonic boom into sonic satisfaction. This is yeast.
What is yeast?
You don't know what yeast is? You buy it from the grocery store. It's in all your bread.
Oh.
But it gets a little
Ew.
bit wacky when you mix it with boiling water. So I need you to grab that kettle over there. Yep, right. Yes. Now while that's happening, I've got some very dangerous hydrogen peroxide. Do not try this at home, all right? And we fill the beaker up with all of this. I'm gonna chuck it right in the center beaker super carefully. Because if it touches my skin, I won't have any more skin.
That would suck. Here's the hot water.
Okay, great. Now we've got the detergent as well, and we're gonna pour that perfectly into the mix.
Oh, looks like
right
honey.
in. What? But we're gonna move these out of the way because trust me, just like the sonic boom explodes, this is gonna explode straight out as well.
Okay.
And of course, It's a sonic boom, so it's gotta be blue. We're gonna grab ourselves some blue food dye and just chuck a small droplet into there. So we've got ourselves a perfectly blue solution.
This is what the warden drinks for breakfast.
Or that's the warden's pee.
Ew!
And now we're going to mix the boiling water into our beaker here. And then I'm gonna stir that together. All right,
Okay.
Here goes nothing. We've got the yeast. We're gonna pour it in. 3, 2, 1. In it goes, in it goes.
Oh.
Stand back. What's happening?
It's climbing.
It's the top. Ew. Okay, you know what? This is less of a warden sonic boom and more of the warden went to the bathroom. In Minecraft, it's impossible to cut slime using a stone cutter. But in real life...
Wait, how are we gonna get a stone cutter in real life? Those things are primitive.
Okay, yes, we have upgraded a little bit since the Stone Age. So while we don't have a stone cutter, we do have... a chainsaw!
You can't use that, that's not safe.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't find any videos of anyone trying this on the internet, but I always wanted to see what happens when you cut slime, so let's give it a go! This is about to be satisfying!
Whoa, what? It's going into the chainsaw. Ew, don't get it on me.
Look at it, dude!
Ew, that is disgusting. This chainsaw's not gonna last much. That's insane! Whoa!
Alright,
That
let's
is...
put it up.
Okay, that's satisfying. Oh, mate, no.
This is crazy!
Whoa, don't get it on me, stop! That's sick!
Thank you to all of these guys for making today's video possible. You're my new favorite EY Mega fans. If you want a shout out, just click the join button below this video, scroll down and click EY Mega Fan.